Hi, Michael McGuire, elder law attorney with the California Elder Law Center. We got offices throughout Southern California. We're here to serve you. We're not here just to give you service. We're here to give you accredited service. We are accredited representatives underneath the Veterans Administration. That means we answer to the Veterans Administration to serve the needs of veterans and their families and the facilities that serve veterans. I want to talk to you about eligibility. It's a question of income. Most of us in this country are used to the idea when it comes to income and how we deal with the Internal Revenue Service. We all understand it very clearly, don't we? Here's your choice. Here's your choice. You can tell the IRS how much income you had and just pay the tax. They'll calculate it for you automatically. They're great guys over there. Or you may want to do what most families want to do. You want to take all of your legitimate deductions. You want to make these deductions because that reduces the amount of taxes you have to pay. That's a reasonable, intelligent, prudent approach. It's called tax avoidance. Tax evasion is cheating. That'll send you to jail. Tax avoidance is what people do when they fill out their tax return and they make their legitimate deductions. In other words, is this legal? You bet it's legal. You do it every year with the IRS. Well, what about with the Veterans Administration? You know, we've created this quick facts guide that has a lot of terrific information in it. Among other things, it tells you what the rules are and how you can go about taking your legitimate deductions. Let me give you an example. You call up the Veterans Administration or you call up a veteran service organization, or even worse, you talk to somebody who doesn't know a whole lot but's trying to sell you something, and what you end up with is misinformation. Here's how it works. This is what my income is. Now you take your deductions. What kind of deductions can you take? The deductions you can take are unreimbursed medical expenses. Eyeglasses, it could be deductibles, it could be your co-pays, it could be prescription drugs, it could be a hearing aid, it could be a walker. Anything that's a medical deduction, a medical expense that you paid out of your pocket. If those expenses exceed your income is declared to be zero, and as a result, you get the full benefit from the Veterans Administration. Now, you can be getting care in your home. Somebody is coming into your home and providing care. That's a legitimate medical expense. You could be a resident in an assisted living. That is a legitimate unreimbursed medical expense. You could be a resident in a board and care. That is a legitimate medical expense. You could even be in a nursing home, and the cost of being in a nursing home, if you were private paying, would be a legitimate medical expense. That gets deducted from your income, and as a result of that, your income for Veteran Administration purposes is declared to be zero. That means you get the full benefit. If your unreimbursed medical expenses don't cover all of your current income, you may be entitled to a partial benefit. In any event, you want to know, what are my legal rights as far as getting a deduction? I want to know what I'm entitled to so that I can maximize my benefit for my loving senior. That can take some expertise, that can take a little bit of time, that can take some thought, that can take some analysis. All worthwhile steps to determine the number one issue that you're facing at this stage is, how am I going to pay for care? Now, in the next session, what we're going to talk about is something just as important. That's, how do I get qualified? Once you know you're eligible, now you need to know if you're qualified. What are the rules as far as my assets? Myth number one, I have too much income, I don't qualify. Busted. Now we know the truth, and the truth is I get to take my deductions. Next session, how do I get qualified when it comes to the assets? We'll see you then. Thank you.